Wall Street finished higher on Monday, but this did not feel like a normal risk-on day. Stocks went up, yet the market was still trading with one eye on the headlines and the other on the oil chart. The main story was the U.S. and Iran. President Trump said that if no deal is reached by Tuesday, the pressure on Iran could rise again. That immediately pushed oil higher, with WTI moving above $112. Normally, that kind of move in oil would hit stocks much harder. But this time, investors were focused on something else. They were still hoping this conflict might stop before it turns into something bigger. That hope helped lift the market. The S&P 500 rose for a fourth straight session, its longest winning streak since January. But there was an important detail under the surface. Trading volume was light, about 25% below the recent average. So the market did go up, but this was not a powerful, confident rally. It was more like a relief bounce built on hope. Reports said the U.S., Iran, and regional mediators were talking about a possible 45-day pause. If progress is made, that could also help reopen the Strait of Hormuz and calm the energy market. But Iran reportedly rejected a simple, immediate ceasefire and asked for something bigger, including a more permanent end to the war, sanctions relief, and support for rebuilding. So yes, talks are happening, but the two sides still seem far apart. And that is why this matters so much for investors. This is not only a war story. It is also an oil story, an inflation story, and a market sentiment story. If oil keeps climbing, investors may start worrying that inflation could rise again just when growth is losing momentum. That would make the market much more nervous. The economic data added to that concern. U.S. services employment weakened, while business costs moved higher. In simple terms, the economy is still growing, but the pressure underneath is building. So the message from Monday was pretty clear. Investors wanted to believe the worst-case scenario could still be avoided, and that helped stocks move higher. But they were not fully relaxed. The market is still waiting for real proof. Tuesday now becomes the key day, with more economic data, Fed speakers, and earnings after the bell from AEHR and Levi's. The market rallied, but the next move will depend on whether diplomacy keeps moving forward or starts to break down. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily market recaps. This is Wilson.